back to another edition of The Burnout with yours truly, Anthony, and we're going to dive right into it. We're going to do a mixture of two different stories right here. And the first one is one we did a while back with the Seattle cop that was running 74 miles an hour, I think in like a 25 miles an hour zone, and she killed the young lady over there.
I need to talk with you guys. Remember the Seattle cop that
thing about that is it says fatally striking Geneva Kandula with his patrol car after going 50 miles over the speed limit. Dodges all criminal charges. Let's talk about this for a brief minute. I don't need this laptop to talk about what I'm going to talk about. Let's talk about this real quick. So, police officer in Seattle killed this young lady that was from India, if my memory serves me correct. And she was a year from graduating. This happened last year now. And he was doing 50 miles over supposed to speed limit. So she had to be like in the city limits, which I don't know, and maybe some police officers, and I'm gonna have to talk to a few friends of mine and get their opinion about this. You dodge all criminal charges. Then the other police officer that was laughing about her saying, "Oh, she's dead now," and I don't actually remember the price tag they put on her, like $10,000, $5,000, something like that. Saying we just give them $10,000 or something like that, and it'll go away. So that you put a value on her head. And for these police not to have anything happen to them, no charges, nothing went against them, is really disturbing. Because basically what you're saying is those police are above the law. If a civilian would have did the same thing, and I know they say, well, he was on an emergency call. I understand that. You still have to drive with caution. An ambulance going through town have his lights on. When they get to an intersection, they slow down to make sure there's no ongoing traffic. So if the police got a call, he doesn't have to follow those rules. So he can just drive as reckless as he wants to in the middle of a city where the speed limit is 20-some miles an hour, and you doing 74? 50 miles over the posted speed limit. Anybody else would go to jail for vehicular manslaughter. But he gets nothing, not a slap on the wrist. And I think when it happened, all they did was give him a desk job for a little while. What kind of president is y'all setting doing this? So there would be no consequences behind the actions that you have initiated. So there's no consequences behind your actions. You know what? This is my thing, and this is what I struggle with. Why is it that when a police get the bad police, let me say this, bad police officers do something, why does it take hell and high water to prosecute them, even if you got them on video? If a civilian does the same thing, you don't have to go through all that trouble. Why do they get a pass and a civilian do the same thing, but they won't? It seemed like to me, if the one who's upholding the law breaks it, it should be more severe because you're the one who's responsible for upholding the law. It doesn't mean you get off scotch clean. And that's the thing that bothers me. You get off scotch clean. Nothing. What is it, police immunity or something like that? That's what they call it. You know, I don't understand this. if I did the same crime that he did in Seattle, I'm gonna get charged for vehicular manslaughter, speeding, reckless driving, and whatever you want to think of, they're gonna throw it at me. But this guy gets off with nothing, no consequence. So the next person can do the same thing, as far as police-wise, and we can expect absolutely nothing being done. Now, okay, now show me where justice prevailed at this point. There's no justice for this young lady that got killed. There's no justice for her family. And we got police over there mocking her death. Can you imagine if you this young lady's family and you hear this police saying this, and then he come out and try to lie and say, well, no, that's what they were gonna do. No, everybody heard the video. Everybody heard what you said. So what's the old saying? We don't supposed to believe our lying ears, right? So we just supposed to assume that you was doing this all in jest. No, you was doing this seriously, and this is what you really, this is your train of thought. This is your train of thought. You're a garbage police officer. Because when there's a death involved, there's nothing funny about that. And any police that jokes about that, you are not a police. Matter of fact, you should just turn your badge in. Now I'm talking about these corrupt cops. Because what happens is, if one cop does it, everybody labels all of them the same. Right, wrong, indifferent. That's what's going to happen. Look, there are very, very good police officers who are doing the job for the right reason. They're here to protect and serve, not to penalize and bully. But there are always a few bad cops or bad people everywhere you go. And these bad cops should be weeded out and kicked out and never be able to get another job as far as in law enforcement. And everybody knows there's bad cops everywhere. Whether they be white, whether they be black, they're bad cops all over the place. This is my thing. If you got one police and he's got a record of being over, but he used excessive force, and you got 6 or 7 different incidents where he's been used excessive force, why do y'all still have him on the force? It's just a matter of time before he kills somebody. He's showing you who he is and what he is. And come on, the good police. I know I'm finna rough sweater. Come on, good police. You cannot stand back and know that you're dealing with a corrupt cop and then you turn the other way. Because why would I call you when the risk of me getting killed is higher by making the call? I don't know. I don't pick and choose which police comes. We need the good cops to stand up. And I'm telling you, there are plenty of them out there. But how do you decipher the good from the bad? There's some good white cops, and there's some good black cops. There's also some corrupt white cops, and there's some corrupt black cops. Some polices become polices because they were bullied in school, and this is their way to get back. Other polices became polices because they wanted to help the community. They wanted to be a service to those who are in need. We need more of those. Because bullying somebody, and I thank God for this, I've never ran into one of those corrupt cops, and I'm thankful I haven't. Not in Alabama, at least. In Georgia, I've ran into a few of them up there. They use their badge as a shield, as a, what they call it, get out of jail free card or do what you want card. That's what they use their badge for. Those are the cops that need to go. And that goes for police, sheriffs, state troopers, it doesn't matter. You got corruption in all three of those different fields. But they do not outweigh the good cops, the good sheriffs, the good police. They're the ones we need to focus on the most. Because we can't, as far as citizens, we can't do anything about it. Corruption, it takes the police chief, the mayor, somebody in a high position that can weed them out. But we give those bad cops way too much airtime, and the good ones, we don't give them enough. We got some cops that go above and beyond. But we also got some that go below and beyond. And I'm gonna get one on here, whether it be by phone or in person. And we're going to sit down and talk about the duties of what a police is supposed to do compared to what some of these police are doing. The police in Seattle, they're garbage. And this is my thing. The chief of police up there in that particular jurisdiction, you're trash too. Because you sat back and did nothing. Even when all this occurred, all you did was give them desk duty. What kind of leadership is that? And you see, what happens is you want to get him out of the viewer's sight and hope that it'll blow over. Because this young lady was from India. She wasn't theoretically born in the United States. So it's not going to be a lot of fuss made about her. Is that what y'all think? It's nothing spectacular to stand out. If this was a movie star, I would have bet you, or it was a pro athlete, or anybody that's recognizable, I'm willing to bet you this situation would have did a 360. It would have been a whole different ballgame. But since it wasn't, and basically you said she wasn't worth no more than $5,000, $10,000, so her life wasn't worth that much in y'all eyesight. So this is the way y'all. Now the sad part about it is the way he said it so fluent. This is not the first time he said this. It seems normal to him. So he was exposed through the camera and the video because of some reason this clown didn't realize he was being recorded by his own camera. And so now you are exposed and you don't have a decent lie to come up with. Well, I was just joking. It wasn't meant to be taken that way. Well, how in the world can I take it? What other way can I take that? Well, she's dead now. You see how she bounced off the car? Is that how you talk when the camera's not on? Yes, that's exactly how you talk when the camera's not on. Exactamundo. Because what you do in the dark would come to the light. And what you do at home, you do away. You're comfortable talking like this. So this was second nature to you. And for the police chief up there in Seattle to do nothing, you are trash. Just trash. The mayor, you're trash. All y'all are just garbage. Because this is not going to go away. We're going to continue talking about it because it's a disgrace to all those cops that go out there and do their job and show sympathy. They show empathy. They show compassion. They don't joke around when a person has lost their life. And then you want to come up with a BS excuse saying it was taken out of content. She's dead. She bounced off the car, so I know she's dead. But her life is only worth $10,000 and you laughing like it's a joke. Okay, explain to me exactly how I should take that. Because she wasn't a white woman? that why you joked around? Because she was from India? Huh. Did that make her life less valuable? Because she was from a different country? Because I thought all lives were equal. And I'm willing to bet you that if that was a white lady that got killed, I bet you he wouldn't have been talking like that. It wouldn't have been a joking matter. And that's a disgrace. Because whether you white, black, you from the United States, you from India, you from Africa, you from Argentina, it doesn't matter. Your life should be held high, and it should be held as value. The value should be just the same as anybody else's. If that was your daughter that got killed by the police, would you have laughed in? If that was one of your family members, would it have been funny? No, of course not. It wouldn't have been funny. I bet you wouldn't have been joking. It wouldn't have been a joking matter then. It was a joking matter because you devalued her. And you showed me you devalued her. And you showed all of us you devalued her because of the price tag you put on her head. Can you just imagine being this young lady parent and you hear this fool, what he's saying? It's bad enough I got to deal with the hurt and pain of losing my daughter, but now I got this clown here that's supposed to be a police that's making light of the situation. I just can't imagine what's going on. So we gonna judge every cop by this fool. No. And sometimes, let's just be honest, sometimes the cops are over-aggressive. I was told by a source, I will not reveal who told me this, that they are more aggressive with black people because of the so-called nature of black people. This is what was told to me. I kind of believe that because they are really over-aggressive to black people, African Americans compared to white people. Come on now. I can list 1,000 times, and they say, well, if you would have did what he said, this wouldn't have happened. But we got incidents that they done what he said and they still shot him. So what? What not? But we seen white people throw paper out the window, cuss the police and state trooper out. Nothing's done. White woman walk in the police station and start shooting. They didn't kill her. Deadly force was not required then. But a man up in, I can't remember if it was Michigan or Wisconsin, was with his girlfriend and his baby in the back seat, and the police told him to get him a license. He told him he had a gun in the car pocket. He reached to go over there and get it, and they shot and killed him right then. In front of his girlfriend and his daughter. Do you know what kind of how they traumatized over that? Because there's a rogue cop that's trigger happy. But we got a white woman to go right into a police station and start firing, and not one shot was fired at her. Seems like they can take a white person without deadly force that's got a weapon, but you can't take a black person without a weapon without using deadly force. And everybody want to get uncomfortable when we start talking about race relations. Racism exists. Let's just be honest. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. There's no way around it. It does. And you got some people who are racist. You got white racists and you got black racists. I keep telling them, it's not the color, it's the mentality. People want to clown. And the reason racism still exists and it still is going on strong because nobody wants to talk about it. They want to bury their head in the sand like an ostrich as if it doesn't exist. It does exist. Come on, people, let's get real. Only if you live in this fantasy world where you think it doesn't exist, you loopy. You in Mars or you on Jupiter. You somewhere else. You're not here. Racism exists. We see it every day. It's caught on camera. And these crooked police officers are so headstrong that they on camera and don't care. Because they feel like they're gonna get immunity for whatever they do, they're gonna get out anyway. Police should be, and I have to keep saying this because some clown is gonna say I don't like police. I do not like corrupt police. I don't like racist police. The good cops I commend. The good sheriffs I commend. The good state troopers I commend. But it's that 5% that we hear about. And that's all we hear about, those clowns. We don't hear about the rest of them. We don't hear about the good cops that was at McDonald's and the young lady didn't have enough money and he paid for them. Now it's a white guy. It was a black woman. We don't hear about the white cop that seen this young man walking to work every day and gave him a ride and raised money to get him a car. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about the white cop that in Georgia that they called the police on this young black young man because he wanted to cut grass to get a PlayStation 5. And they called the police on him, and the white police raised money to get him a PlayStation 5 and presented to him. We don't talk about that. But we're too busy talking about these fools, these road cops. That's what we give all our attention to. See, the thing is, when dog bite man, that doesn't make news, but when man bite dog, that makes news. But let's give our attention to the good cops out here, who go above and beyond to help the community, who does what their bad states they do, protect and serve. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about what they have done to the community. And I'm not going to say every cop that used excessive force did it for no reason, because there are some people, there's always a group of people that will not listen to commands. Don't fight, and then you start fighting, and then he hits you or spray or put the taser on you, and then it was excessive force. You initiated excessive force because of what you did. So let's not get it mixed up. Now the ones that, like the woman in Texas, the man got his hands up, changing the tie, she stopped harassing for no reason, got him handcuffed and tased him anyway. That's excessive force. That's a cop that should be on the force. That's a cop that should be fired and prosecuted. But a police officer tell you to put your hands up, and then you square up, you turn around and square them up, and then you want to fight, and then he hits you with the taser or whatever, and then you hollering, well, he didn't have to do it. Yeah, he did, because you did not listen. So you can't have it both ways. But we ain't gonna always say it's all white cops, because it's not. It's black cops also. The Memphis incident, we remember that. 5 black cops that killed the black man over his ex-girlfriend. See, that's an excessive force. Using your authority for your advantage. See, that's that garbage. So it's not the color. It's the mindset, it's the mentality. That's what pulls everything. You can be purple, you can be silver, and if you got a messed up mind and you're a corrupt cop, you're gonna still act, your behavior will still reflect that. So that has nothing to do with it. But the next show we're gonna talk about some of the things that cops have done to go above and beyond the call of duty. We're not going to talk about these corrupt ones. They get enough news out. They get enough airtime already. And they give all the rest of the cops a bad name. So we're going to talk about, the next show, we're going to talk about the cops that actually help the community. The cops that became cops because they wanted to serve, not hide behind the badge. Them the ones we're going to talk about. Hey, but we're going to come back with that next week. But for right now, our 30 minutes is up. Once again, it flies by. And we just don't never get around to get all the things we want to get in. But trust me, we will do it. Next week, same time, same place. And remember, Always flame up, never burn out. Two fingers. Peace.
I can't do nothing with you. I can't do nothing with you.